Good, happy Sunday evening. I'm Riley King. Welcome to this Sunday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Sunday evening, so let's get started right now. First up, authorities conduct high-visibility searches at Concord's Broken Ground trails. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Your property demands equipment with more reliability built in. Kubota equipment is ready to get the job done right. Bring home the Kubota L2501 tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months.
Where destiny's second to none, MD.
Concord police had what they're calling high visibility patrols out here in the area earlier this afternoon, once again with specific emphasis on the Marsh Loop Trail right here behind us. Now, near the trailhead for the Marsh Loop Trail, there are two new flower bouquets that we suspect were left here in honor of Stephen and Wendy Reed. Back in April, the couple left their nearby Alton Woods apartment to go for a walk and never returned. Their bodies were found in a wooded area just off the Marsh Loop Trail days later, with authorities announcing they had both suffered multiple gunshot wounds. Since then, Concord Police, State Police, and the FBI have been searching for clues and evidence, but haven't provided many updates.
I would love to know more. I completely understand why they wouldn't release all the information they have. It makes sense, and I respect that. But I would like a little peace of mind. We're definitely keeping cars locked, doors locked, being much more mindful than we have been in the past.
And again, authorities are now offering a $5,000 cash reward for any clues that may lead to an arrest in this case. We're live in Concord tonight. Scott Cook, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Epping school group stuck in Italy due to COVID-19 outbreak. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Your property demands equipment with more reliability built in. Kubota equipment is ready to get the job done right. Bring home the Kubota L2501 tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months.
Where destiny's second to none, MD.
A group of students and chaperones from Epping are stuck in Italy due to a COVID outbreak. School officials tell News 9 8 of their 35 travelers tested positive for the virus one day before they were supposed to leave the country. While those who tested negative returned to New Hampshire, those who tested positive quarantined in their hotel rooms. Now, just 4 people remain in quarantine awaiting a negative test.
Then after that, if you're still testing positive, you've reached the 10-day quarantine maximum that Italy has set for us. So our hope is that we can leave after this.
Nexton says they expect to leave Italy on Tuesday.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. The price of diesel hits record high in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
For over 25 years, Belgard has paved the way in the hardscapes industry, providing customers with the tools that enable them to bring their outdoor visions.
From $600 to $800. Filling up at the pump for diesel fuel is emptying the pockets of truck drivers.
Yesterday was the first time I ever filled my truck up, and I hit over $1,000 on a fill up.
On one fill up?
One fill up, yeah. Oh.
That has to hurt.
Yeah, it does.
The rising costs have been no laughing matter. According to AAA, the average cost of diesel fuel hit an all-time high at $6.13 a gallon this weekend. One truck owner telling News 9 he experienced his slowest month of the year, profiting just $1,000.
Price of diesel at Massachusetts, at New Hampshire and Pennsylvania is terrible, more than at California.
And here in Bow, the price of a gallon of diesel gasoline is $6.45. That is $3.51 higher than just a year ago.
According to Gas Buddy, predicting the future of fuel prices is not going to be easy, especially as the war in Ukraine wages on. The spread of COVID continues to also force cities that consume vast amounts of oil to institute restrictions.
China's a very large oil consumer. So if China shuts down some of these big cities, that could mean lower demand and it could mean lower price, just depending on how long these cities are shut down.
Mike Cherry, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Three Americans dead on Bahamas vacation. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
With the mystery surrounding the deaths of three Americans on vacation in the Bahamas. They were all staying at a popular tourist resort. ABC's Lama Hassan is here with more. Good morning to you, Lama.
Yeah, and good morning to you, Eva. As the urgent search for clues intensifies this morning, new questions. Why three American tourists were found dead in their hotel rooms with no signs of violence and no signs of foul play. This morning, families are searching for answers after a dream vacation turned into a nightmare. Officials hunting for clues after three Americans were found dead at the Sandals Emerald Bay Resort in Exuma, an island off the Bahamas, known as a luxury travel destination.
Discover the Bahamas' ultimate all-inclusive golf and spa resort.
The Bahamian health minister says two men and a woman were found dead in two separate villas after they went to a clinic with nausea and vomiting symptoms earlier in the week.
The physicians at the facility saw them, and subsequently they began to improve. The extent of the illness is still unclear.
Police arriving at the first villa, discovering one of the victims with no signs of trauma. Identified as Vincent Chiarella. He was celebrating his anniversary with his wife Donis. Their son Austin describing his parents' frightening ordeal, saying his mother woke up finding his dad lying on the floor. She couldn't move. Her legs and arms were swollen. Donis has now been airlifted to a hospital in Florida.
Usually when people are transferred, especially airlifted, they're typically in critical condition and usually requiring a higher level of care.
At the second villa, police finding a man and a woman unresponsive. Authorities say foul play is not suspected. The Sandals Resort issuing a statement saying, "We are actively working to support both the investigation as well as the guests' families in every way possible during this difficult time." With little insight into what went wrong, some American tourists now uneasy about their stay at the resort.
It definitely gives me a cause for concern just because you want to know what happened. It was super recent and we're staying there today, like a day later. So definitely just makes me wonder what happened.
Now, investigators are confident these were isolated incidents. Now, as for the nature of their illness, well, the health minister says they are waiting for the toxicology report to determine the likely cause of death.
Still so many questions about what happened, Lama. Thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great evening. Good night and goodbye.